Namaskaram everyone, this is Vineet Pandey and today we have two scholars from Telangana. Telangana set has been declared. The exam will be conducted in the first or the second week of March. Along with that, Telangana State Public Service Commission exam that has been declared and there are chances that the exam will be conducted in the month of June. We have two candidates here. They wanted to have some discussion or Telangana set and Telangana State Public Service Commission. So I'll be introducing them one by one. Ramesh.
Yes.
Ramesh is also in my offline batch and Nagesh has come to visit me today.
Yes,
So
sir.
first of all, both of you, welcome here, guys.
Thank you.
So, what are your questions, Ramesh? You have given me this syllabus of Telangana State Public Service Commission. That's the syllabus.
Yes, sir.
And you wanted to talk about net and set. So let's come with your questions one by one.
Sir, my question is that, sir, they announced TSPSC. This is the syllabus same as NET, but
Yes.
the one thing I want to know how the approach, the questions, how they will ask in the NET. It is the same or it is any difference?
So, Ramesh, as per we already have talked about this thing, they are focusing on British history, they are focusing on literary criticism, and they have mentioned this thing in literary criticism from Philip Sidney to Matthew Arnold. So, they are not talking about Aristotle, Plato, Horace, Longinus, or some other critics. So, in literary criticism, we have this best thing. Then, the main focus is on literary theory. World literature has been completely ignored, and a new chapter that has been added is phonetics and phonology. So if we compare it from the syllabus of NET, it's somewhere very easy. Now, what is the structure of this exam?
Structure of the exam is there is a 150 questions.
150
Yes,
questions
sir. From English.
from English literature. 150
Yes,
questions,
sir. There is
and
a-
all objective or subjective.
Objective, sir. All are objective.
Wow.
There is no negative mark also.
There is no negative
Yes,
marking.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All objective 150 from English literature, and there is no negative marking.
Oh,
There is a paper one particular. There is 100 marks.
100 marks of paper one, 150 questions for this thing.
Yes, sir.
You are
One
already in
plus two.
offline batch, so
One plus
I'm going to guide you. You'll be doing that. Nagesh, tell me what are your questions related to it.
sir.
Nagesh is not that much comfortable in English, so you can go in Telugu. He will translate it for me.
Okay, sir.
Set గురించి ఓకే జేఎల్ గురించి
Jerry. Sir, JB Shah, Saint John.
Yeah.
What is the arc of Saint?
Saint John has been called saint. Why? Asking me this question in interview. Ask about the strategy. Joan of Arc, the girl who fought for her country, martyred, and she was burnt alive.
Yes.
She has been called Joan, being the patriot. That will be the answer. But instead of going for asking this thing, go for strategy. You are here for the
Sir,
strategy.
I have a question.
Huh.
If I have Christopher Marlowe, Dr. Faustus, they will simply ask how they ask questions. How
So
will they ask
it's a very good question, Ramesh. Here simply ask the question, sir. Faustus is mentioned in Telangana State Public Service Commission. What kind of questions they can ask?
Yes.
First thing, as it's a competitive exam,
Yes, sir.
so they're not going to ask you what is the story, but there are facts, some turning points related to the story. First of all, Dr. Faustus, can you call it a morality play or a biblical play? Now the question comes that morality play, mystery play are the different genre.
Morality play.
Biblical play is a different genre, but sometimes it's interconnected. So they can talk about the structure. They can also talk about this thing that how it is a Renaissance play. Like, this is how
Yes, sir.
scholars study. If you take a market guidebook, you will be reading story. One man studied everything. Mephistopheles comes. He takes power for 24 years. That will be a reading done by a child, a person who doesn't have the guidance. If you have the guidance, you'll be able to defend the Renaissance reference. You will be understanding the reference of Helen, how that Grecian reference of Helen, where he says, "Sweet Helen, make me immortal with thy kiss. Was this the face that launched thousands of ships and burned the topless stars of Helium?" That is a reference. Then the idea of good angel, bad angel, when he cuts his wrist, what are the lines there? When he is influenced by those words, homophiles, and he is giving it a thought, what does Mephistopheles do to divert the brain? So technically, this is how they ask questions in competitive lines. And one more thing, Ramesh and Nagesh, I'll be telling you.
Okay.
Most of the students make a mistake while completing Dr. Faustus. They think we have read the story. in exams, the story has a chorus song. When the story is finished, there is a song. People don't read that song. The opening line of the song has been asked in competitive exams, even net.
Okay, sir.
Cut the branch which has grown up to the laurels. So this is how you have to read it from competitive point of view. Your questions?
ఎలిజబెతన్ పీరియడ్ ఎందుకని గోల్డెన్ ఏజ్ గా పరిగణిస్తారు?
They're asking, sir, why Elizabethan is called golden age?
Elizabethan age is called golden age because your syllabus also starts with the Renaissance Reformation. It is called golden age because before Elizabeth there were many troubles, some rebellions, some wars. When Elizabeth came to throne, she was well trained by her favorite teacher Roserashin. She started handling the empire. Though initially people were not happy with a female king, they were like, we don't want a woman to rule us. There is a beautiful line by Elizabeth that if I am expelled out of my kingdom in my petticoat, I deserve to be a queen in the world. She did some reforms. Oxford University, Cambridge University launched drama courses. We have Oxford scholars. She launched patron system. Then under her rule, they defeated Spaniards in 1588. So there are hundreds of reasons that we call it a golden age. Elizabethan age is one of the, also known as the nest of singing birds. It's the question of Uttarakhand set exam.
Okay, sir.
So this is, what when you have to, technically must be, students must be thinking how to read. Simple. They have talked about Renaissance, Reformation, metaphysical poetry, but they did not mention the writers up here in the movements and genres.
Yes, sir.
They have mentioned writers here.
Yes, sir.
They have mentioned basic writers: Marlowe, Shakespeare, John Milton, Wordsworth, Browning, Hardy, Eliot, Shaw, Woolf. They are the basic writers. So here, these works are very important because they have mentioned the works.
Yes, sir.
So in these works, even the paragraphs, poetry lines, these things can be asked. But where they had simply have mentioned Renaissance, Reformation, metaphysical poetry. Do you know Eliot has written the metaphysical poetry essay in 1921 where he talks about unification of sensibility? Our
Yes, sir.
today's class
Yes,
topic,
yes.
offline batch. They can ask you this question here. Now people will think, what is the connection of metaphysical, John Donne and T.S. Eliot? There is a connection. They have asked you to read everything. Complete British history, difference between their ages. People don't know the difference between neoclassicals and classicals. Why classicals and neoclassicals? Neoclassicals are called neoclassicals, pseudo-classicals. They don't know that. You have to stick to complete British history. Then structuralism, post-structuralism, feminism, post-colonialism, diaspora. 90% people don't know about diaspora. And in net exam, if they follow net standards, they go for world diaspora. They have mentioned race theory, racial theories. They have mentioned caste, Dalit literature. That will be the part of it. Then again, literary theory, new criticism, reader response, new historicism, psychoanalytic, then literary genre, poetry, fiction, prose, drama. They have simply asked you to prepare all types of lit theories, all types of criticism, complete British history, the basic literary theories, literary studies. They have to prepare everything. Then some Americans, they have mentioned, some Indians, Afro-Americans are also there, post-colonials are there, and Caribbean writer Derek Walcott is there. Once you are done with this, English language teaching in India, the ideas of N.S. Prabhu,
Yes, sir.
task-based language learning.
From Karnataka.
Yeah. Then methods and approaches related to GTM method, direct methods, teaching of language skills. Today also we talked about the language structures, that what does a word meaning and a context has a connection. You have to prepare all these things, and luckily what I teach, except phonetics, because that's not asked in net exam, and net is our first target. So except phonetics, we teach everything. We can prepare you for everything.
Set syllabus what?
Set exam syllabus.
Oh, okay.
Set exam is in the first week of March, right?
Yes, sir.
Syllabus is same.
Same.
Net exam syllabus, set exam syllabus, Rajasthan set, Madhya Pradesh set, Telangana set, they have same syllabus. Now the state authorities are simply copying net syllabus. So you are already in the offline batch, you don't have to worry. What you have to do is, it's not that easy to guide someone for net in 5 minutes only, but just stick to everything you read, because I simply say net has one simple syllabus. Read everything in English. They can ask you anything. But yes, British history, criticism, literary theory, Americans, German, French, Australian, Canadian, they're all base. Greek literature, they're all base. You have to read those things. So for set exam, all they will have is Syllabus is same, but the tough standard of net will not be introduced.
Okay.
So they will ask you surface level question, easy question. Like for example, for you, I think it's very easy to qualify net also, because they will not go, they will not have the standard of net.
Yes.
Syllabus is the same. Standard will be easy. So for set exam also, you can follow some guidance, rules, regulations, and you'll be able to do that. Now we are done with this. I want to know your experience with me in my classes, because there are so many people, they are watching you, and I want you to speak in Telugu.
ఓకే సార్, అందరికీ నమస్కారం. నేను ఢిల్లీ వినీత్ సార్ ఆఫ్లైన్ క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను. ఒక పాస్ట్ 1.5 month నుంచి ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాను. నేను ఎందుకు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చానంటే, మనకు ఉన్నటువంటి సోర్సెస్ ఇన్ తెలంగాణ, ద రూరల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్, మనకు ఎక్కడైతే మనం చిన్న చిన్న యూనివర్సిటీలలో, స్టేట్ యూనివర్సిటీలలో చదువుకుంటాం కాబట్టి మనకు నెట్ అంటే ఏందో తెలియదు. నెట్ అంటే ఎవరు చెప్పరు కూడా మనకు క్లాసులలో. మేడం వాళ్ళు ఉన్న బాధ్యతను నెరవేర్చుకుంటారు, వెళ్ళిపోతారు. అయితే మనకు ఒకవేళ మనం ఫ్యూచర్లో స్కాలర్ కానీ బెస్ట్ టీచర్ కానీ కావాలనుకుంటే డెఫినెట్లీ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ సంథింగ్ ఫర్ దట్. అందుకని నెట్ అంటే ఏందో తెలుసుకోవాలని నేను ఒకరోజు మిమ్మల్ని I found you in my library, sir. When I opened my system in library, there is a particular library in state. I found in YouTube. I opened the post-colonial theory. You're dealing with the post-colonials. Someone will
gun reference.
The theory, sir, explanation was very good. నేను ఈజీగా అంటే థియరీని చాలా అద్భుతంగా, ఒక సాధారణం మనం ఎట్లయితే అర్థం చేసుకుంటామో అట్లా చాలా అద్భుతంగా మనకు సార్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడం జరిగింది. ఐ ఫైండ్ యూ దేర్ సార్, that needs to came here, that leads came here సార్. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే, మనకున్నటువంటి సోర్సెస్లో మనకు ఎవరు కూడా అంత ఈజీగా ఎవరు మనకు సిలబస్ గురించి చెప్పరండి. అయితే సార్ ఏంటంటే ఫ్రీ, మనకు యూట్యూబ్లో ప్రతి ఒక్క టాపిక్ పైన each and every one topic you have some kind of information in YouTube, sir. That's where I found. And
you attended literary criticism.
Yes, sir.
In the
Yes.
So did you find it tough in my class or easy?
No, sir, your explanation was very good. The explanation, that very easy, sir. I understand the concepts.
Do we take serious classes or we laugh?
We are laughing and learning.
Jokes and class,
Yes.
jokes and class, laughing, light
Laughing
mood,
and learning, sir.
light mood.
Yes, sir.
And you understand my jokes also, because he sometimes understand Hindi words also. Yes. I see his face whether he's understanding or not. Nagesh, you are meeting me for the first time.
Yes, sir.
Like please explain, he doesn't
Okay,
understand.
sir.
You are meeting me first time.
Yes,
What is your experience with me till now? You also took my today's class.
Yes, sir.
As you came from a distant area,
Yes,
so I thought you are here for one day.
Okay.
You should be given permission to sit in my class. So I took you in my class, right? You tell me this.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. అయితే వినీత్ సార్ చెప్పినట్టు, వినీత్ సార్ అడిగిన క్వశ్చన్కి నేను జవాబు చెప్తున్నాను. సార్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ సూపర్, మారోలెస్ అండ్ ఎక్స్ట్రాడినరీ సార్. అండ్ ఎవరైనా వింటే ఎవరికన్నా జేఆర్ఎఫ్ కానీ నెట్ కానీ ఈజీగా వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇవ ఒక 3 months 4 months ఇక్కడ ఒక చోట కూర్చొని ఆ సార్ చెప్పిందే ప్రిపేర్ అవుతుంటే వచ్చేసిద్ది నాకు, నేను అనుకుంటున్నాను. కానీ నాకు అంత మనీ లేదు, అందుకే ఆన్లైన్లోనే ఇవ్వమని అడుగుతున్నాను. ఓకే సార్ ఇస్తానన్నారు, ఏమి కాదన్నారు, చదువుకోమన్నారు, నా యూట్యూబ్ చూడమన్నారు, ఇంకా ఆన్లైన్లో క్లాసెస్ ప్రతి ఒక్కటి వినమన్నారు. యువర్ నెట్ జేఆర్ఎఫ్ 2 వస్తాయి అని చెప్పారు. చాలా సంతోషకరంగా ఉంది. అండ్ వెల్ గుడ్ యువర్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్.
Yes, sir.
And how do you call it? Super. When something is best. Super. You said super. So, and my side, what I want to speak for both of them. He's in my class, and I've seen that I really want to have him as one of my faculties in Hyderabad. And you have to qualify net, and then I'll interview, because we just had a one-day meeting, so I will not be going for any judgment. But he's really sweet, I wish them success on record, and I would really request you guys that when you nail it, come back for the interview so that we can prove it that see we are here. And along with that, all the students who are watching it, if you need any help for these exams, I will try my best to help you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.